Alright guys, welcome back to Chrono Trigger. We are now on part 2. So as a quick recap of what's happened so far, boy meets girl, boy explodes girl, boy follows girl into the past, boy meets girl again, girl explodes for no reason this time, so now mechanic friend of boy and must go to the cathedral full of creepy semi-cannibalistic nuns, or potentially cannibalistic nuns, to find out what happened to the girl. Oh, hey. Okay. And now the nuns are on fire. Because they're actually Naga creature things. Naga-ettes. Alright, let's see if they move around a little bit, get a little closer. So let's go ahead and combo these two. It's super effective. Whereas using it by itself doesn't do quite as much damage. Come on, Luca. Stop being slow. So as you can see, especially really early in the game, dual techniques are actually incredibly powerful. Oh, well, and that's what you get for not watching your back, Luca. Now, you can choose whether or not you want Frog to join you. If you say no, Frog leaves and then you lose out on him for this entire dungeon, so you're stuck with just Chrono and Luca for the dungeon. It's a better idea to actually go with Frog, because Frog is a very useful ally, not to mention having 3 allies instead of 2 makes it a lot easier to handle all the enemies. Also, Frog is going to be a permanent party member later on in the game anyway, so best to get him starting on training now instead of later. There are no temporary party members in this game. So once again, as I mentioned earlier, you can choose to avoid battles if you want to, but we don't want to avoid battles. We want experience. Tasty, tasty experience. Now, Luca and Marl, to an extent, are actually mage-type characters, so they have a lot of spells that they do damage with, as opposed to actual physical attacking. Their physical weapons are actually pretty worthless. Especially Luca's ultimate weapon does a random amount of damage, as opposed to, actually dealing damage. So there will be times when it does an insane, 300, 400 damage. Then there will be times where it'll do, 2. The damage cap in this game is 999, as opposed to the 9,999 that frequently happens in Final Fantasy style games. And nope, not going to be able to do it. Oh well. let's go ahead and kill these guys and let Frog handle the last one. It's actually really good to use dual techniques when available, especially if you have the MP to spare for it. But you don't want to use them willy-nilly because you don't want to run out of MP and then be out of luck. Oh, hey, got a new weapon. Oh, does a lot more damage too. Alright, so the tabs are permanent stat boosting items. You find them very rarely throughout the game. There is a certain enemy later on in the game that gives you multiples. But only on certain occasions and when you actually fight, or you have to actually fight him. What the hell is a bromide? Why do we care? Apparently they care enough to actually, want to murder us for it. Oh, of course this guy is just far enough away. Now see, the really funny thing is, the bromide, if you actually look in your item list, doesn't actually appear. So I have no idea what it is. Alright, well, let's make Luca not die as easily. Okay, yeah, we don't have any new equipment to use, so... Another great thing about this game is that secret items and whatnot are very blatantly revealed by the very fact that they have some kind of shining indication that they're there. Or it's a treasure chest that you just can't open right away easily. And now we get to actually see the line attacks as they properly work. Wow, these guys are really good to fire. Okay, so this guy is going to show us to the secret Magus statue room that they mentioned earlier, which is in this area. Oh, well. Seems predictable. These guys are unusually dedicated to this Magus guy. Alright, well, we're gonna... Oh, well, okay. Oh crap, Chrono's out of energy. Actually, no, I have Frog use it. Now we can get rid of these guys in one attack instead of having to wait for like 4 or 5 turns. Okay, and these guys are really weak to fire attacks. Hey! Oh, hey, we got a dual technique. With... So, got Cross Strike, which is Chrono and Frog. And it uses the Cyclone and Slurp Cuts to do a dual attack on a single enemy. And still need some more... Still need to get more techniques for... or technique points for the rest. Oh gee, who didn't see this coming? Go ahead and use our X-Strike. Ooh, that's a nice chunk of damage. Of course, we don't really want to, like I said before, you don't really want to spend all of your skill points or all of your MP right away, because you want to save some for the actual, bosses. Save point. We did not. But we do have a crap ton of money, so actually we're going to go ahead and run back to town real quick. So we can get Luca's, get some new equipment for Luca, and as well, buy some healing items. And then when we get back, we will slaughter everything mercilessly. Let's get 2 shelters. Grab a couple tonics, and that's really all we can get. And then we stop by the inn to heal up. That way we don't have to spend our precious items to do so, because, yeah. Alright. Back into the cathedral. Since we already killed all the Naga-ettes that were disguising themselves as nuns guarding the place, we don't actually need to fight them again. That's good. Oh no, we have to fight these guys again. It's really funny that Luca's Fire Toss is only 1 MP and deals such a massive amount of damage to these guys, whereas Chrono's Cyclone is 2 MP and doesn't do nearly as much. When he's supposed to be pretty much the main damage dealer. Oh well. Alright, so back into the dungeon. save. Okay. Yay, treasure. Oh, of course. That run back to town was completely unnecessary. And trap. Now, the range attack users, Luca and Marl, have different animations depending on whether they actually shoot the enemy or if they run up, or if they're at close range and they just run up and whack them. Ooh, hey, there's a chest over there. We need to get that chest. I guess it's the bat that actually activates this battle. There we go. See, some enemies you can actually interrupt, or you can actually pass right by without them triggering a fight. But there are certain parties, if you run into them, will actually will attack you only when you mess with a certain enemy out of the group, and the other ones will just not care until you do. Oh well, that added more bats to the party. Sure. I like experience. Looks like that's the best option. Oh, and it missed. In case you're wondering, this staircase is never a trap. It's always the right staircase, that's the slide trap. Oh hey, more of these idiots. Take advantage of enemy weaknesses. That's the way we play the game. And actually, we might have all our techniques by the end of this dungeon. See, Frog uses swords, whereas Chrono uses katanas, so you can always tell, no two characters share the same weapon, so you can always tell who gets what weapon just by the name of the weapon, or the type of weapon. Yeah, it's kind of a forced encounter, but whatever. Experience is experience. Frog just got booted all the way up there. You can hit the X button to switch the side of, or actually it's the Y button to switch the side that that everything's on, or the status bar is on. forced encounter, which is fine. Ow. That wasn't very nice. So we're going to burn them. We're going to burn them all. Okay, up next is the boss, which we will save here after healing up. Oh yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. We'll do the boss fight on this video. Oh, we already know you're an evil demon, Yakra, because your minions spilled the beans for us. You know, when I first played this game way back in the day, I always thought the little blue protrusions at the top of his head were his eyes, and that he had like a bullhorn ring, or bull ring in his nose. Actually, he has a single eye, and those are horns on his head. Yeah, go figure. Alright, so Yakra is your first boss. He's fairly easy, as first bosses should be. All you really need to do is just beat his face in, because he doesn't really do a lot of damage. Yes, he does have area hitting, or party hitting attacks. And he counterattacks every time you hit him, pretty much. Oh, there we go. But even still, the amount of damage he actually puts out compared to what you deal to him is negligible. That's pretty much his most dangerous attack. So let's go ahead and heal up. If I remember correctly, Yakra has, I want to say, like maybe 2,000 or 3,000 HP? It's not a lot. Oh, yep, there we go. Now he's dead. Yay, we rescued the queen! Alright, sure, let's go back to the castle. In case you're wondering, the real Chancellor was stuffed in the chest. You can actually free him by opening the chest, or you can just do what I did and say screw him. Well, I guess we have to go back up to the Queen's room. Oh, hey, look, the girl unexploded herself. The 33rd. That's a long lineage. Nah. She's the perky blonde. Of course she's the main character's love interest. Well, of course there's also contention for Luca to be that too, because Luca is the first girl, technically. Since Chrono knew Luca from his childhood. They never really elaborate, though. According to the sequel, it is Marl that Chrono ends up with. Good job, Marl. Please, start some time paradoxes. That's all we need. Aw, Luca's getting over her fear of frogs. Isn't that adorable? Oh, hey, it's more of these guys. There we go. Fortunately, they all die really easy. Yay! Chrono learned a new technique. There's no real point in getting Marl's equipment up just yet because she's going to be leaving the party very soon. And of course, Marl is the designated healer. She is the white mage, which is kind of interesting as well because Frog, as you noticed, has some healing techniques as well, so he's also a bit of a white mage. Considering he's also one of the better damage dealers in the game, and in fact has one of the most powerful techniques in the game. Just hit your leg. Oh, whatever. And this guy can burn. Now, unlike Luca's Flame Whirl technique, the R-Whirl dual tag is actually a group heal, because all techniques are either single target or multi-target. There's no dual targeting techniques, basically. So now we are introduced officially to the time gates. now we are back on our way to the present. So again, you can just hit the A button to skip that, or you can let it run through its course. It's up to you. Oh, and Luca runs off. Okay, well, let's take her home, sure. Oh, hey, Milky, you're still here. Sure, let's buy that big-ass sword that he has. Because it is significantly better than the sword that we already have. Nah. No. That pendant seems like very important. It'll end up being very important to the plot at some point, so we want to hold on to it. And Chrono's mother is just as absent-minded as everybody else. Isn't that great? Sure, let's go sleep with Marl. That seems nice and wholesome and family-friendly. You don't see that happening with Luca. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and take a quick break here, so when I get back, we'll go ahead and take Marl back to the castle. See you guys in a little bit.